Spring is finally here and the real estate market is following suit. Hey, Lily with Living Room Realty in Portland, Oregon, here to give you a real estate market update for the month of April 2023. So, as I said, activity is coming back to our market. We saw activity across the board increase, which was really exciting for both you home buyers and you home sellers. New listings to the market actually went up by the most, which is really great, by 48%, with 2,623 homes hitting the market. Pending sales saw an increase of 22%, with 2,079 homes going under contract. Sold homes saw an increase of just about 21%, with 1,700 homes going to new homeowners. Why this is really exciting is if you've been following the market at all or been watching my videos here, thank you, you will know that we have been seeing the market dip, come back throughout this year. It has been an interesting one to talk about, one to predict. Beginning of the year, we saw this big boom in new sellers coming to the market, and then all of a sudden it really fell off. And throughout this time period since January, buyers have been coming back and have been really excited about this market. They're no longer thwarted as much by high interest rates and are seeing that prices are staying fairly stable. I was just in a presentation earlier today and they talked about, that was yesterday and I rewatched it today because it was full of such good info by local economists that said the factor of us having lower prices in homes from high interest rates, we've already passed that months ago. So right now we're staying pretty stable on prices and, seeing even a little bit of an uptick. So I think buyers are seeing that and are understanding that if they want to buy a home, it is the time to get out there and go, because things are just going to get probably even harder. Hopefully we will see higher or lower interest rates here soon. That will help as well. But in terms of that, for sellers, it's really nice to see that we are seeing a 48% increase in sellers coming to the market because, as we said, it's been really, waving here in sellers coming in. So good to see that. It's also good to note, if you are someone who is thinking of selling, that other sellers are getting more comfortable coming back into this market. So for you, keep that in mind and, talk with us, your trusty realtors, and seeing when's going to be the best time to come to market for you. Because if you can do it sooner than later, might be a good idea before we hit that true spring summer boom. And we are expecting a pretty robust summer in real estate. And then when it comes to those other two factors, pending sales and sold homes, really great to see that those are also on the increase. Again, right now it's important to note that while we are getting that increase in new listings, we are also seeing that high demand from buyers and sellers, from buyers, which means that it is really anything we have new to the market is getting absorbed quite quickly. Average days on market has also decreased down to 57 days, which shows if that is coming down, buyers are out there, buyers are wanting to buy homes. And that shows in the inventory that we have in our market. We've been tracking inventory of homes because it's a great barometer of the market. And we saw it in the beginning of the year starting to go up again, which was really nice for home buyers. And then now it's kind of coming back down because, again, that demand from buyers is really high. So we went from 1.9 last month to 1.6 this month. So buyers are absorbing those homes. They want to buy homes. Really good to note, again, if you're someone who is thinking about selling, it is a really good time to sell because buyers really want your home. The demand is high and the supply is low. With all of that, talk again about average sales price. It did go up, marginally there by about 2.7% from the month prior. So, if you are someone who's thinking of selling, we are seeing things on the increase. It is quite marginal. Home prices on average are staying pretty stable, and we predict them to stay fairly stable here for the coming future. Again, though, demand is high, so we are seeing price jumps come back. And with that, I will note that we are part of that presentation. Interesting statistic they mentioned was that 50% of homes are now selling for over the list price in the Portland metro area. Really good thing to note, again, if you are a home buyer or a home seller. Some of these things, I used to do these market updates where it was like, here's the home buyer side, here's the home seller side, but we are all involved in this market. We are all trying to get the results we want, and a lot of the time, the data will affect everybody. So yeah, 50% of homes are now selling for over the list price. Really important for you home buyers to know, because if you are looking in a price point that is at all competitive, you will want to start shopping below your budget. That way you have room to offer up. If you are a home seller, it's good to know because it's just exciting news. If you are in a market that is in demand, there is a good chance that if you price your home properly, do all the right prep, you are in, a good opportunity, at least, half and half percent there, that you will get more offers on your property, multiple offers, which will lead you to get an offer above your list price, which everybody wants. Will note though, we talk about this a lot, this market, we predicted last year, I said this market is going to be highly particular, highly, little pockets are going to perform extremely different. We're even seeing that. I've read articles on the national news that, every city works really differently, and then little neighborhoods, different zip codes are going to perform really differently. Same goes for price point. On the note of price point for this, in that presentation, they also talked about how the price points below our median home price are going to be the most competitive. This is a trend we've seen for a while, but right now it's showing to be even more extreme, that if you are someone who is shopping below, I believe our median home price is like $585. Don't quote me on that, but I can put it in the, notes below this, the accurate number. If you are shopping below, say $600, $585, know that you are going to be in a more competitive market typically, and you'll just want to have that as your knowledge. But again, things are very particular. I've had people ask about homes. I had someone ask about a home last month that was listed at $435, just saw that it sold for $500. So there was a huge jump for that particular property, which was in inner Southeast Portland, which is always highly competitive. But on the other end of that, I just got someone into a home last week who was able to buy a home at the list price and get a buy down credit. Just last week, I was able to get someone in on a home at $490, and the list price was $490. So incredible situation where they were able to get the house at one of those lower price ranges and get it for the list price. So it all really, really depends on your price point. If you are someone who is shopping at the highest of high price points, good news for you. Those are typically price points that are the least competitive. We are in a market where not everybody has a few $1 million to spend, so it's good for you. You are in a circumstance where there's going to be less competition typically. But that's to say, we have seen houses. I showed someone a house over $1 million. It was 1.2, I believe, the other day, and that one did get multiple offers. So it just really depends, again, on what area the house is in, what the style of home is in. And that's why it's super important to come to us if you are a home buyer or a future home seller, so we can give you that very minute data. That way you're making decisions in an empowered place with real knowledge, not just what the news is telling you, not just what you're hearing out there. Hope this was all helpful. I have some other stuff I could go into. One point I just want to make is around interest rates, actually. I think a less, talked about thing is, people are wondering, are we going to see inventory of homes improve greatly? One thing that's going to really affect this is a lot of sellers or potential sellers bought their homes when interest rates were really, really low. And now, interest rates are so high. We're just going to see that affect our market here for like the next 5 or so years, honestly, because a lot of those people aren't going to have as much motivation to sell their home, unless in the case, a lot of people luckily do still just need to move based on job transitions, life transitions, things like that. But just wanted to note that quickly. And honestly, I should probably just do a whole nother video on that. I just thought it was interesting and did want to make sure I mentioned it, that we are going to see this market be greatly affected by the lower interest rates we had the last few years in this different way as well, that a lot of sellers are going to be less motivated. I think that's what we've already even seen this spring. So that was my last little note there. Don't even know if I had to mention it this time, but I wanted to. So hope you found all of this helpful. If you have any questions for me or want to talk about your home buying or home selling plans for this year, I am here for you. Feel free to find my contact information below, and I look forward to chatting with you. Oh, and subscribe if you found this helpful and want to see more videos like this. Thank you.